There are a few features within the Precedence Graph tab's Graph View that can help identify where certain activities are and where they should fall in the Precedence network. One thing we recommend is when you're working in this graph view, you can maximize the working space by hiding the search menu by clicking on this pin button. And then you can also collapse the header by clicking on this double arrow button. And now you have a little bit more room to work with. If I zoom in, you can see that there are default labels that have been set. And you can adjust the labels by clicking on this labels button in the toolbar. And you can decide what information you want to be included in the label. So by default, you see the activity sequence number and the description at the top, and you see the ID in the middle. If you wanted to show the description underneath the tile instead, then you can do that. And perhaps you want to see both ID and work zone in the middle label. If you click OK, you can see what that's left. If you don't like that, then you can come back and you can adjust. So maybe I want to see the act sequence number with the work zone and just show the ID in the middle. You can use the Find menu to change the color coding on the graph as well as identify where certain tasks are in the Precedence network. By default, the graph is going to be colored by work zone. So we see the legend that all tasks that are assigned to the left-hand work zone in this data set are colored in yellow. We have some tasks that are unassigned in gray, and we have other tasks that are right work zone tasks that are assigned to this pink-purple color. If you change the color coding to operation or operator, it'll color code and you'll see a different color for each operation-operator combination. So if you want to break up your tasks initially when you're defining precedence and just see the tasks that are grouped together as part of an operator assignment, then you can go through and every time you see a different color, you can establish that breakdown. And then you can establish your precedence within a current station, and then you can define the precedence across stations. Sometimes this makes it easier to manage how to define your precedence. So if I change this auto layout, now I can see the individual tasks assigned to each individual operator. I can also change the color coding to group. And if there are groups defined for activities, then they'll be color-coded similarly. Then you can also search by this different criteria. So you could enter an activity ID that you're specifically looking for, or you can search for an activity that includes bracket in the description, for example. When you click Find All, then it'll show all the tasks that follow that criteria in this list below. And when you click on one, it's going to take you to that task and it'll be highlighted or bordered in red. You can search by work zone, by model, and whatever criteria you set, it's going to show you all of the activities that match that criteria.